Hello, guys. And if you do love a Reddit story, why not consider hitting that subscribe, maybe that notification bell too. Today, our story from the user ThoaWyak76, and it is called How Do I, 22F, Tell Boyfriend, 23M, Vertical Bar Want to Move Out. Story. My boyfriend and I have been together for 5 years now. We moved in with each other quite early into our relationship and soon enough got a place of our own where we've lived together ever since. I was happy in the beginning, but I feel like I'm just tired at this point. He gripes at me for not cleaning anymore, but what's the point if messes will just be made and not picked up after I've cleaned? I'd try cooking for us, which then resulted in me having to cook separate meals or accommodate him since he's a picky eater. I'd ask if he'd at least cover dishes since I cooked, and they'd sit for weeks in the sink, and I'd end up having to do them anyways. Because of that, I've given up on cooking meals, and we primarily eat out, which has taken a toll on me. I don't always want to eat fast food, and I've noticed weight gain from it. If we don't get fast food, though, I'm stuck listening to him talk about how he's hungry, or asking for money to get himself something to eat when there's food at home, just not what he prefers/likes. I do our laundry with no help, which has to be done at a laundromat. So it frustrates me that dishes that need to be washed and/or trash that needs to be thrown sits for weeks before it's done. Unless I do it sooner because I get tired of seeing it sit around. I recently landed an amazing job. He graduated HS, but I didn't. I worked my ass off and got my GED and landed this job, which will be a career for me. Now that I've accomplished that, he talks about how he wants a better job, so he'll no longer be in fast food, which makes me feel like, why didn't he think of that sooner? Considering he's had a diploma since he was 18, I had no help getting this job either. He wasn't necessarily excited when he found out I got hired too. He honestly seemed pissed over the fact, then later on asked if I'd be able to help get him in. We would constantly struggle paying bills in the past due to us working low-paying jobs and in the fast food industry. I'd even ask why he hadn't tried finding a better job, considering he had an actual diploma to land one. And if I had one of my own, I wouldn't be stuck doing that type of work. Literally, a week after having my GED, I applied and was hired. He'll also call in for reasons like, I didn't want to work all day, this and that. I ask him to cover rent while I pay the rest of the bills because in the end it still comes out 50-50 with me also buying toiletries and groceries. I also have car insurance to pay, unlike him because his mom pays his. If I don't go to the store and make sure to buy him body wash and deodorant, he will go without it until me or his mom buys it for him. Sometimes he even comes up short on rent, so I'll have to pitch in the rest. I know he knows I make enough money to be on my own now, but before I even had this job, I had mentioned to him maybe we move back in with our parents to make things easier on us financially, and with his given situation, which he did not like the idea of. Now his situation is he started having seizures one day and was put on meds. He doesn't even take them responsibly, which results in him still having seizures due to missing dosages. It's one pill twice every 12 hours. It's been 2.5 years, and I just personally feel like by now, he should be in the groove of taking them appropriately. After his last seizure, about a week ago, I mentioned to his mom how I think it might be better for us to move back in with our parents given the circumstances. She basically said no to him moving back in, and was trying to help figure out options to keep us together. He will also ask to borrow my car, he has his own, which I don't like the idea of considering he doesn't take his meds when he should. His drinking has also gotten out of hand. He wasn't really a drinker before, doesn't even like the taste of beer, but it's to the point he'll drink it anyways, just so he can get fucked up. He'll be up late, around 2 a.m. drunk and singing at the top of his lungs, knocking stuff over all while knowing I have work the next day, and we have neighbors who will complain and call the cops. At this point in our relationship, I just feel like I'm being more of a mother rather than a partner by doing nearly everything on my own, and also trying to focus on my career too now. It's to the point that I'm considering moving out on my own and having him take over our lease. And if I do go through with this decision, I plan on being out at the end of the month, the 23rd to be exact. I have the money to apply and put a deposit down and secure the place I've already looked at, but I'm just so wishy-washy with the whole thing due to uncertainty. I was going to tell him I'm moving back in with my mom, but unfortunately that isn't an option for me anymore, and he knows that too. If I go through with my plans, how do I go about telling him? I no longer have a mother to confide in, and I have no other family to turn or talk to due to her isolating us from them while growing up. I could stay until my lease is over, 5+ months from now, but I'm considering leaving earlier. It's just that if I do leave at the end of that month, how would I tell him? Comment 1. I think your relationship has run its course. It is better for you to separate until you have children and other obligations. You are both young. You have your whole life ahead of you. You now need to complete the stages of growing up and becoming a personality. You need to go on dates, try different partners, and find new friends. This is necessary so that in the future, when you enter into the next relationship, you can create a strong union and a strong family. Of course, his mother doesn't want him to come back. She will have to look after him as in childhood, and he will not have the goal of earning more money, because his mother will solve all his everyday and financial issues. I wish you both good luck, career, and happiness. Update. Thanks for the advice. I now need to devote time to a new job and getting an education. That's what's really important to me now. I have already warned my partner that I will be moving out from him. He still doesn't fully believe that I will still decide to take this step. Comment 2. Mom spoiled her son, and now she doesn't want him to return to live in her house. He earns little, doesn't help around the house, and is capricious about the home menu. Yes, there are men who live like this all their lives. But this is not normal for a confident adult. You already lost several years of your life living with him. I think you both will sooner or later be happy in your marriage, but separately from each other. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel. See you again.